But back at another episode. Can't make this shit up.
Can't make it up.
I'm Spoonchy, and today we got a special somebody in my life. This guy's been in my life for quite some time. Not only that, we went through some stuff. We fought in together. We beaten people up together. We've done a lot of things together, and all this time, we still remain friends. Give it up to my boy Oscar the Grouch.
Yo. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in here. You know, first timer.
Tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, brother.
My name is Oscar, you know, obviously. I'm a hustler, single father, and that's pretty much the main focus. What are we looking at? Is
My
it
bad.
on?
I don't know. I don't see the.
It's on. It's
Okay,
good.
my bad. I'm fucking
That's good.
so
We're good.
Okay, my
This
bad.
is a little too high right now.
Yeah,
He's tripping.
I just literally earlier I thought something was falling in the car, but sorry to interrupt you, bro. But yeah, you're a single father. You're a hustler.
I don't know. That's about it. You know, I keep it boring. I've dealt with a lot of bullshit, you know, where I just stick to my own and I just focus on the important things, you know, which is stacking that paper and being there for the family and for the close homies, you know, like Spoonchy here, you know.
Appreciate you for coming.
You know,
Thank you for having me here today, bro.
Thank you for having me here.
Actually, Oscar gave us the opportunity to be here inside this little trailer, gaming trailer that he has, that he runs a little business on.
This is a weekend gigger right here. It's a video game truck, you know. We go to little birthday parties for kids, and you know, we do community events as well. And
do you guys have a page and stuff or no?
Yeah. So we're surfcitygametruck.com. That'd be us.
We'll slap it right here at the bottom for you guys so they can look at it and go ahead and write to them if you guys ever
right
need
here
any
somewhere.
Right there, right exactly where he play. You know, he plays his hands at.
We got 3 of them. But yeah, you know, we just pull up and basically babysit for the time being, and you know, the kids get to have a good time. During the week, I will manage a bar, the Distractions Lounge.
If you ever want to pull up right there and have a little beer or two,
come look at some ladies in lingerie and bikinis, you know. Some good times.
I used to work there actually.
For a bit, yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah, but you know, reasons we don't talk about because he might see this, but I don't know, maybe. But whatever. I mean, it wasn't Spoonchy's fault. It was the fucking owner. Long story short, but it is what it is. That was a little special, so you know. But yeah, anyways. And I also do epoxy flooring.
You do epoxy flooring?
Yeah. I help the homie manage an epoxy flooring company. That's more on the sometimes, not really, but lately. But we're in the ball rolling, you know. Baby steps. Everything takes baby steps.
Yeah, everything. And then when you add it up at the end of the year, like how many steps? How long have I actually gotten? No one cares about the little steps. It's like how long have you gone from here to there? You know?
Right.
So that's good,
that's me, you know. That's what I do.
That's what he does.
And anything else that that I could flip or whatever. So I guess I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm a little too high myself.
Okay, well I got a little question for you. What's the first memory you have of us meeting?
Oh shit! I was at the Yost Theater. That would have to be the Yost Theater.
Yost Theater, yup.
Downtown Santa Ana.
Do you kind of remember the day? Like, I mean, like kind of like how we met or not?
Shit. Not really, you know, just being on the clock type of shit. I do remember I got the shittiest fucking position.
We got the shittiest position because we ended up working together, remember?
Well, it was when we had to stay in the fence, no?
Yeah, we had to be
on the
upstairs.
outside? No, well...
They put you outside?
No, when I first started, I was on the outside, just
Oh.
watching the fence, making sure no one like jumped in or whatever. You
Oh.
know? That was the shittiest one. But eventually, Yeah, we ended up being partnered up on the upstairs fucking floor.
Which was pretty chill.
Yeah,
We ran the show.
Yeah.
I remember meeting you. My older sister introduced, like, hey, this is Oscar.
Well, yeah, right.
And this Spoon. And I was like, I think immediately I liked it. I was like, this guy's fucking cool, you know? So it was like, whatever. And then I didn't see you for a couple weeks. I don't know if you remember some, like, shorter fool. The little, we called him Pitbull because he was like a snappy little dude. Light-skinned fool. He was upstairs with me for like a month. And then they finally brought you upstairs. They swapped him out for you because he was getting into too many fights upstairs.
Yeah.
So they swapped you, and then I think over time, like they move your positions like to kind of where you wanted. I don't know where you ended up, but
well, slowly worked myself up to being, the right hand man of the fucking main head. You know, I was one of the patrollers.
Yeah, you're kind of doing a little rover and stuff, huh?
Yeah, the rover. Yeah, I ended up, working myself to being a rover. That's like the rover is right before the main manager, basically, of the security guard. So I started off pretty low, but then
ended up pretty high.
You gotta work yourself up. It's the fucking ladder and shit, and then during that time is when we became good friends. The Spoonchy and the fam.
Knows the family.
The
actually
sisters,
comes over.
Yeah.
We actually came to my birthday party like a year or two ago. We'll post up a picture right there. We all hung out. We're gonna block certain people's faces because we don't fuck with them no more, or they're not around.
That's
so
how it be,
we block them. Anyway, yeah, he's come over the house. He's basically family. And he come over whenever he wants, sleep over, do whatever you want to do.
Say less.
Sleep with me, naked,
hey, yo.
whatever, dude.
Yo.
Okay, so I got another question for you, bro.
All right, let's hear him, dog.
If you had to tell one wild story from our past that sums up our friendship, which one are you telling?
I don't know. I think I'm starting to get Alzheimer's, dog. I don't remember much. Well, just being in the force, not the force, but like doing what we do, we deal with a lot of shit all the time, So like memories, pretty hard for me, I guess you could say, because we just went through so much shit. But I know we always, held it down together, and if I needed your help, you were there, and vice versa and shit.
Right. Or what's one story you're like, dude, I'll never forget this one shit happened, that either you're about to get beat up or you had to save yourself, like type situation, like anything of that sort. Where, dude, this was so crazy, cops even showed up. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that was all the time, bro.
True.
I don't know. I guess I wasn't ready to answer that type of question. I don't know.
Okay. All good, man.
My bad.
Look, my thing is now,
I'm trying to think about it. What was yours? What would be yours to me?
For you, with me and you, it would be that one time, my younger sister. Okay, do you remember there? Okay, so we had a back alley, a side alley where we kick people out. If they're by the stage, we'd kick them out on the side, and they end up on the street. Like, they'd end up in the alley inside the building still, so they'll have to walk through a little gate to actually walk out to the street. And after it closes, it stays locked. But some fools will stay in the middle right there and wait, try to get back in. I remember this one time, we're working this show, like these little hip-hop events that we would do sometimes, not actual club.
Yeah.
And something has started with my sister and this guy that I guess had punched or something. And remember Paco? Francisco? Do you remember Francisco?
Yeah.
I still talk to him here and there,
Right.
I guess he had found out hey, what happened to you? He's like, hey, this fool fucking hit me in the mouth. And it was her, remember the Danny, the Mexican dude?
Yeah.
That fool was there, and it's some other fool. I guess they went to say hey, why'd you punch her? And he started wailing on these fools. And then you had popped out. I was upstairs the whole time, bro, not knowing. And when I finally came downstairs, you're sweating, everyone's sweating, hair pulled out. What the fuck happened? He's like, oh, you should have just got him. Like, what? And they know how weird, we took care of him. I guess you guys beat him up and he still was just getting up. I guess he was on some drug.
Yeah,
and I'll never forget that, bro. I'll never forget that.
Now that you mentioned that, I do remember that.
That shit was crazy.
I mean, there was so many fights in that fucking alley, for the same reason, because we just kick everyone out through the side gate. But that fool, that fool wasn't a sick one. I recall.
It's crazy. It would keep getting up, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a story you punch him, he'll get up.
Yeah.
That's just crazy, bro.
Until the cops finally showed up.
Until they showed up. Let me see. So my thing is I want to make my show a little bit, my pod a little bit more interesting, where instead of kind of I want to hang out with the homies, but I also want to ask fun questions so everyone can get to know you, because I thought about this the other day, and I wanted to share with everybody. Where I'm like, I kind of hang out with the homies all the time, and we're having a blast. But it's like they don't really get to know the homie. They just kind of get to hang out, which I want that. But I also want to hang out and ask you questions so they can get to know you. Like, what kind of guy is this? Because maybe they might need you for something. You know, oh, you know what? Bring that gaming situation over here. Well, we don't really have that option.
Yeah.
You know, so I want to ask you questions, make it fun. So, like, that's why I'm asking a little bit of interview questions, but having a good time at the same time, you know? So, not making it too, hey, what's your name?
Right.
So, I'm trying to make it fun, bro.
Right. I mean.
So, that's just how it is. And that's how I roll, baby. Let's see.
You're more used to doing this, you know, so it does feel a little awkward, not gonna lie, you know?
Right.
But I'm definitely, you know, down for it.
You still feel a little awkward?
Kind of, not really, you know.
But look, my thing is, I never want to, look at him. My thing is, like, I never want to make it feel in the beginning, at least in the beginning, I don't want to make it feel like it's an interview. It's more like, just hang out, bro, have a good time.
Yeah.
Because I remember my first pod when I did with Danny, I'm like, hey, welcome back. Like, it felt more like a news channel. I'm like, I'm not that. I said, let's just make another one. We made the second one. Second one ended up being the first one. I'm like, let's just hang out. Let's just talk, bro. And he didn't know I was recording. I started recording, and boom. I was like, bro, that's what we should do. Just chill. Just get into it.
Yeah.
Don't start it. Just get into it slowly. You know, so that's just how I want to do. I want you to feel relaxed, you know?
Right.
So,
thank you.
Slowly but surely, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're inside this gaming trailer, and it's a pretty cool little setup. If you guys can see around, a bunch of fucking TVs behind you guys. It's a dope little setup, you know. We could do a lot of other things besides gaming here, but that's for
after hours.
That's for the after hours when they close and stuff. So let's see, what's my other? Let's see. Okay, let's get into a little bit funny and some stuff. What's the dumbest argument we ever had?
I mean, we don't normally argue, I would say, so I don't.
Can I vape in here?
Yeah, I mean,
all
you're
right.
already doing it. I don't think we've ever argued over anything.
I do remember this one instance we had.
What?
We literally argued for, like, it was just, you know what it was? Over like a gram of weed.
Over a gram of weed?
At the Yost, bro.
Yeah?
I think that's what it was. Like, you didn't want to take a little bit more than I did. I just remember that it was a situation like that. One of us found it, and one of us showed to the other, like, hey, let me get half, and then we're supposed to go half, and then one of us took more than the other, and then it was that, you know? That's all the only argument I ever had with you, bro.
Yeah, see, no.
So I don't know if you ever had an argument that I don't rember, you know?
Nah.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. Besides that, nah.
We're too chill.
Besides, we're pretty good. We're pretty chill, dog.
Yeah, we had
Believe it or not, you're
got a good run.
You're honestly one of my realest homies, bro. We don't talk a lot, but when we do, we pick up right kind of where we left off.
Yeah.
And it's never like, hey, fool, let's go blaze, let's go. It's kind of like healthy, cool shit. You know what I mean? It's like this type of situation. We don't gotta go do some other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Waste time. Like, I love this shit.
Just hang out at the pad or whatever.
But it's cool,
enjoy
bro.
each other's company.
Hell yeah, exactly, bro. We get to hang out and we get to fucking do this. So welcome, fucking Oscar again. Clap it up. Woo. Fucking let's see. Okay, what's one thing about me that you don't think people would expect?
Shit.
Eat this gentleman. Oh, I ate the chicken nuggets already. Goddamn it.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna skip that. We're gonna skip that question because
skip it. Skippity doo.
Skippity roo.
I know. I'm not being good over here, home.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. It is what it is.
You can tell
and that's what makes a good pod to pod, you know. And that's what makes it. Cause I love this regular shit. I'm not gonna cut none of that out because it is what it is. It's
no,
always
I'm not
good,
coming
bro.
over. We're gonna edit this shit out.
Nah, hell no. I don't like that quiet, that silence. You're good, bro. I mean, fuck it.
I want silence.
Okay, let's see. We got if we ever went into business together, what would we do?
We could do anything. We could do it all.
What's one idea if you right now? I thought one idea right now. On the count of three, we're gonna say, you have one or no?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Weed.
Security business.
Oh. I thought weed.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be more like a weed, like we'd make a weed thing.
Mm.
Cause you're pretty good with your weeds. You know what I mean? You're pretty smart with you know what's what, and
Yeah.
you smoke good stuff is what I'm trying to say. Like, so you know what the fuck, you know?
Yeah. I mean.
You're not lying.
But also security, you know. I think
Security would do. I'll probably do something like that.
A security company or something.
Okay.
You know, I mean.
We kind of know.
Kind of already done it.
So we kind of know what the fuck to expect.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
I have hit you up for jobs and shit, you know, and yeah. I don't know where I was going with that.
It's okay. You should roll with the flow. We don't even have to answer this because we could just roll with the flow situation too, you know. Just try to make it all fun for everybody. That's all. So don't worry about it. All right, let's see. Damn. I need to stop vaping. This shit really be fucking me up, bro. Sometimes I be ripping. I'm like, at the gym too. It fucking at the gym it takes a toll on me, bro. Sometimes.
I recently stopped smoking for a bit, and I definitely felt better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't vaped one of those in like a long time. I don't necessarily like the nicotine.
Right. Yeah.
But
it's not. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody really.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes me feel like shit, to be honest. Sometimes I feel nauseous. I'm like, you know what, fuck that. Put it down for like 3 or 4. Yeah, but I'll still keep hitting it. Yeah. I'll wait 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, I feel a little bit better.
It's like a flinch. You just
yeah. It's just a thing now. It's just a habit, you know. So I just roll with that shit. But at the gym, I definitely feel a toll on me with this. I feel like I don't know what it is. Like when I lift or whatever, like I feel like just all the nicotine runs into my head, bro. I'm like, boom or something. I don't know. I just feel nauseous sometimes. I'm like, it's the vape. And then when I get home, I'm like, oh, I feel the same like at the gym. I'm like, this is this shit, you know. So I kind of cut it down though, but it's still ripping it, bro. You know, so it's not good.
What's that tattoo?
Oh, no matter what.
No matter
like what it was. I got this tattoo with a girl, and she got a matching one, but hers said no matter where. And the thing was, I told myself, to me, it's not even like, oh my god, I'm gonna block it or erase it. It's more like, now I see it more like, because I have a dog named Luna that had passed away. Remember Luna had passed away? I'm like, no matter what, I'm still gonna love my dog, no matter, like, because I have a moon on the side of it. I'm like, so I'm just gonna run it for her.
Yeah.
Doing the tattoo too, I'm like, well, that's just perfect. I was like, in my head, I'm like, if we ever break up, I already had thought ahead of time, like, so if we break up, that can mean that too.
Yeah.
So fuck you, whatever. If you erased it or covered it, it's still under there. Don't matter. But that's why.
Nice,
that's the truth. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's for. No, it's for that.
I have one right there too.
I'd say that's tough. That's that little
Tweety bird.
A little strappy strap.
Yeah.
Little strap. Let me see. I got another question for you, bro.
What's up? I hope I can answer it for you better.
Right. I hope we have an answer, man. It says what's one piece of advice you'd give me right now from a friend to a friend?
Don't get discouraged. You know?
Now, I don't know, bro. You know?
Right.
But anyways, if this pod ends up being a pod, thank you guys for tuning in. You know, Oscar was not feeling 100% today, and it is what it is. But appreciate for coming out. We love you.
Trying.
That's Oscar. I'm Spoon Shade. See you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.
Boom, just like that, bro.